What is going on, everybody? Obviously, I'm off on an adventure today, and it's a road that isn't obvious. Let me flip the camera around. Let's get this video started. We'll take a look. Alrighty, Rudy, and this is actually part of the old Colonial Path that I'm walking up, and I'm coming up to the home site. Back down that old Colonial Road, a couple hundred feet down the hill, is actually a large farm site. I'll overlay a picture here or two. Alright, welcome to Connecticut in January. I'm out having a little fun on the lake today. It's gorgeous out, and she's got plenty of ice, so the Polaris Ranger's having a blast. So cutting into this video, I had to do it because this is a very, very interesting site. The elevation changes are amazing. Now, at the base of this old Colonial Path where the hiking trail is, it starts at about 230 feet. And looking at the map that I have overlaid, you can see that the lower site is settled on a little flat area. That's at a 600-foot elevation, so they've come up about a half a mile off the main road, up into the side of this mountain, up another 370 feet or so to perch in this site. And I believe this is the earlier one that I didn't really pick much at. Farther up on top of the hill, these folks explored and found at 1,000 feet elevation, which is about 800 feet higher than the base road where most of the settlers settled at. It's amazing up there, and I don't understand why they did it. I mean, it's a beautiful, large, flat area. It's away from everything else, but to get up there to that top site is just fantastic. That's several stream crossings that they had to bridge. It's very uppity, 800 feet in maybe 3/4 of a mile stretch. It's just, you know, that was a tough walk for me. So that's why I cut in here. Very, very interesting site. So let's get back to the video and let's see what else is happening here. My goal is the house. I'm out of breath. Let's get to the top of this hill and take a look at the cellar hole. Well, I thought I was getting close to where I should be, and I'm actually not. I just got across a stream back here. I'm still on the Colonial Cart Path. There's a very old, long gone one that I see very little activity on, so I got some promises for this. But anyway, before we get to the top, I've got one more gigantic hike to do up here, and you can see this ridge. The trail wraps up around the ridge, and you can see that clearing up in the tree line way up there. That's where my cellar hole is, and if my mapping is right, their barn is, it's going to be 3/4 of a mile in that direction. I don't get it. This is a real weird site. There's no cellar hole down there. It's just a couple of barns. Odd, 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 odd. So back to the hike. This is probably one of the most uppity sites I've ever been to since going to New Hampshire. These folks are crazy. There's a stone wall, and this thing keeps going. I can see I'm getting closer to my goal, but I may cheat and just climb up that. Oh well. We'll get up there in a minute or two. Maybe. Alright, I made it up to the top of the hill. That was the road up now. Cellar hole is going to be in that direction. I think I see the rise it's sitting on. Let's flip the camera around, take a look, and we'll get over there for real. And yeah, right ahead there, I think that little bump is my cellar hole. The road I just came in is right to the right here. I'm kind of panning around, and this is some of their fields up on top of this ridge. And there really isn't a lot of flat space. Over by the cellar hole, there's going to be a field up behind it. We'll look at that too. But this is amazing what these folks went through. This was just part of the land they could live on, and a lot of their fields and their agriculture were way down that hill. That's crazy. That is the farthest from a cellar hole I've ever seen a barn. Let's get at it. All right, cellar hole acquired, and I didn't realize it, but there's a barn up here too. I should have known better. So here it is. Let's flip around at that and we'll take a look at it in proximity to what else I'm looking at. And this is a beautiful area to swing around. I can't ask for much better. So this is a beautiful chunk of property. This is the far side we're looking at over here. Here's the cellar hole. It's actually got its own lower entrance to it. It was deep enough they could walk down into it. Big stone pile there. I don't know what that is collapsed down there. Secondary pile? Interesting. And then there's a lot of walls that surround this place. There's the other barn, so that solves that mystery. They had a barn up here and they had more barns down there. There could be a cabin site down at the bottom of that hill that I just didn't see, but you can't ask for much better than this. Not a lot of junk up here to swing around. Let's have at it for real. Yeah, get out of here. All right, first score of the day. Literally right at the cellar hole. I just ground balanced. This one took me a few minutes. It was under a couple of roots. Let's see what it is, because I'm not sure. Might be a little piece of a buckle. That's where it was. It was giving me about a low to mid 30s on the MXT, about 5 inches down, and that's what I got, but I can't tell. That's actually, is that folded over? Huh. Oops, and I went and flung it. It's heavy. It's a little brass item. Let's stop, have a better look at it, see what it is. Yeah, off the top of my head, I don't know what that is. Could be a little scutcheony piece. It's obviously bent in half. It's a big old circle. I can't tell if that's schmutz. I don't think that's decoration. So, mystery item, but that's good. That's literally first target, and didn't take but a second. So this could be good here. Boy, oh boy, so much opportunity at this cellar hole, and yeah, it's been hit. Not much to report. I kind of wandered around. I got the barn. You can see it right about there. Cellar hole is back that direction. It was pretty quiet. I did a loop or two around it and said, yeah, somebody's been here. This is my latest find. I thought that was going to be like a little pewter button down deep, but I don't think so. I think it's just a little smushy piece of lead by the barn. Oh well, let's keep at it. No, not a whole lot to report other than little buggies. That's my next find, more lead. I can't tell if that's a deformed fired ball or not, or just another chunk of lead out in the mystery woods here. I'm back behind the barn. There's another wall around here. I don't know if this would have been for agriculture or it would have been for. We're gonna go poke around the walls and see what we can find, but that's all I got to report. Well, my tour to Cellar Hole turned out to be an utter failure. They must have camped here. I mean, oop, I'm gonna fall over. It's wide open here. Wide open. I have been along the walls. I've just been crisscrossing the fields randomly. Nothing. You've seen everything worth digging up till now. I'm back at the cellar hole. I climbed up on top of the chimney pile and I got a little reward for 5 seconds of work, so this might work out a little better. And yeah, there's literally my bag where I sat down and started over here, and I started climbing up on top of the chimney pile. I didn't get far. Little tone in the 30s, and that's my first button for the day. Little convex guy. I don't see anything on it, so we're just going to call it a plain convex button for now. If anything shows up on it, I will post it in the video. Let's hit the cellar hole a little more, and then I got to get going. All right, I'm calling it quits up here at the cellar hole. This place has been beat to death. There's so much room up here, and it's just so quiet. If I had random buttons here and there, I'd come back to the spot, but I'm wiping this one off my list. And I'm gonna hit that road on the way out. We're not done yet. I'm gonna hit the road on the way out. It's an old beat up cart path. I'm hoping there's something along there. Cart paths do save my day. Then we'll stop at that lower barn. We'll take a look at that real quick, and then this video is gonna be over. Oh my God, let's get going. Well, the old road coming down didn't pay off at all. Nothing. That's a little shocking. I can only guess that maybe whoever beat that house up on top of the hill there also worked the roads on the way in and out. There should have been something, as steep as that is and as rocky as it is, but I'm down on the lower portion of the property, right at the top of the barn hole. You can see how big this one is. This is a massive one compared to the one up there, and it's a little a little better shape. All the property and all the fields that are associated with this are out behind me here, and there's some open spots and some roads and walls. I'm going to work that as I walk out of here. It's getting a little late. And I got beat up today, so let's see what else we can find before this video is over. I'd like to do a little more digging than talking in this one. Well, more talking than digging. Here's my next find. I'm still walking down this really lost Colonial Trail. I think my luck just turned around. So I don't know what else is going on. I don't have a whole lot more trail here. Another few minutes and this video is going to be over. So let's keep swinging. That upper barn didn't produce a darn thing. I wandered around the fields for half an hour, didn't dig a darn thing. That's the theme for today. I'm not digging a darn thing. And back out into civilization I have returned. Now this is all private property for public use. You can't do any digging around here, but a little secret that nobody knows about, if you weren't looking for the signs, a little hint of a stone wall right there. And then way up in there is just where I came out of. That's an old Colonial Path. 99% of the people that come hiking along this trail you never know about, and I actually walked by it the first time. I had to circle back around and take a look at that just to get an idea where this road was, because it was kind of hidden. So let's finish this one up. And yeah, that's going to do it for this guy. That was a lot of hiking today for a whole little nothing. And beautiful area. That was a gorgeous cellar hole. Who knows, maybe I will go back again someday with a crew of people who want to go hiking up that little sucker, and I'll try it again. But I'm out digging. I'm out checking out all these cellar holes that I got to check off the list, and unfortunately that one's pretty well checked off the list because there was just nothing there. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing next, but I will post a video for you guys to watch. Thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you soon.